you. You are God designed, God designed.
Good evening. What's going on, Boerboels? Can you hear me okay? What's going on, Boerboels? Yes, we got a very special episode. Thank you for joining. Gonna let the room fill up a little bit before we get started. Oh, yeah, then right on time. What's up, Boerboels? Y'all, are you ready? Are you ready? We're going to have a good one tonight, y'all. There's no games being played. Let me get back to my screen here. I'm going to fill it up because we got some things to talk about. It's some controversy. And you know what? I done got a little bit fed up. So, calling in whoever, I'm answering questions. It's too many. I'm not about to go through all of these comments. I'm not about to be going on nobody else's page. If anybody got some questions about what's going on, I'm gonna break it down from the beginning and explain what's happening. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put up the link. And if anybody got something counter perspectives or points, we welcome them and let's discuss them and let's clear the air because I haven't done nothing wrong but breed a dog. I haven't bred a dog. I haven't done nothing wrong. I haven't even done nothing but bred a dog. I don't bother nobody. I don't see no reason why. All the hate. But it's just hate, and I'm gonna prove it to y'all today because anybody that got something to say, we can answer your questions here today. And we invite you. Don't just be a keyboard warrior. Don't be a keyboard warrior. Come on out. Show your face. And then if you guys want to come on and kick it, I'm gonna be here for a while. I'm gonna be at my desk. I'm gonna show y'all some things. And yeah, that's the goal. I'm gonna show y'all a couple things, how I do some things. I got some things lined up and planned. And yeah, I just touched down, just got home, been busy on the road all day, busy with the moving the meat around, picking it up, grinding it up, picking it up, taking it out the freezer, putting it back in the freezer, putting it. Yeah, putting it back in the truck, in and out the truck. So in and out the freezer, in and out the grinder, you know what I'm saying? Back in the grinder. And then we gotta do it all over again today. But I'm back. Because one thing that's for sure, our dogs gonna eat well. Our dogs is gonna eat very good. And then it makes a difference. See, that's part of the reason that we face all of this controversy and scrutiny, I feel like, because it's just pure jealousy. It's pure jealousy. And other than that, because I'm self-governed. I'm self-governed and I don't answer to no boss. And then I encourage anyone else to do that. They're the same. Do that the same because it's really at the end of the day, it's about the dogs. It's not about nothing else. It's not about no personal how I feel about people personally because that's just them and that's gonna be them. You can have a nice dog if you have a nice dog, then I may pursue and include your dog. But in my blood, in our exotic Boerboel family, and if not, then it's just not. We choose to use the dogs that we want to use, and there's some controversy surrounding that. I don't see how could it be so controversial? How can people be so upset as if we doing something that's inappropriate? So here I invite you, anyone, particularly Joseph Phillips, the SABBS representative of SABS. Joseph Phillips, since you always got something to say, I read on that people sending me these comments that you make. I read these comments that you make about, and you're supposed to. This is why I got an issue with you, particularly. I call it, and I'm gonna start with you because, for one, you're a representative of the SABBS North American Boerboel Breeders Association. You're the chairperson. You're the leader. And I'd like to know, what's your problem? Why you feel the need to comment on me? And I'm a breeder. I'm not even a member. What is your problem? Let's talk about it. Now, I haven't said your name before. Another person, Kim Bizarre from the ABC, or American Boerboel Club and American Kennel Club representative associate. What's going on? I'm calling them out. Let's talk about it. Whoever, because at the end of the day, we stand for righteousness, and anyone going against us is evil and is about the wrong things they focused on, other than the South African Boerboel, and they're not in the pursuit of the best for the breed and the best dog ever to be produced. That's all we trying to do, is come up with the best Boerboel, because we believe it's the best dog, and we come up with the best. That's the exotic Boerboel family. So if you got an issue with that, then you got to be against what the best things that's going on, because it's proven, and I can prove it. We going to work harder. We work harder. We work smarter with our dogs. Exotic Boerboel family. So let's talk about it. See, this issue with these leaders of these organizations and the politics is the fact that they are also breeders. See, and this is my whole issue with these clubs. This is my whole issue with these clubs, is because they're trying to prop their own dogs up. They're trying to prop their own dogs up as if they're the authority on the dog. And I feel like, well, let's prove it. They're just using this as a way to position in politics and say, your dog is wrong and my dog is right, because all of this dog showing and telling and all of this stuff that's going on with dogs, purebred dogs, and selling dogs and all of that stuff is about economics and establishing values. All right, so let's get to the bottom line, boy buddies. All of these breed clubs, breed associations is about establishing value and economics, saying that my dog should be able to sell for more money because it has accomplished A, B, C, and X, Y, Z. And at the end of the day, it's about what people want. You got to have a dog before anything. Somebody's got to be willing to pay for it. It's got to be something that you want. And evidently, y'all breeding dogs that people don't want because, I don't know what it is that you got a problem with. But we can talk about it. We're going to get into some things. I'm going to set this up. We're going to be here for a while. If y'all know how to get in contact with them, y'all can share this for me, boy buddies. Share this to the groups. Share this to the pages that they got me blocked on. You understand? Share it to them pages that's got me blocked. Put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. You can put the link in the comments. You can put the link. So make sure that they see this. They make sure they see this. And let them know that I have no fear of no one. You can't kick me out your club. And you can't, there's nothing that you can do. That's what they have a real issue with, boy buddies. So I'm going to lay it out there plain and simple, because y'all see the dogs. You see the evidence. Is it the dogs? Right? Who doing what with their dogs? I don't even see their dogs. Let's talk about it. If you want the smoke. Thank you, Auntie. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. That makes me feel so much better. I'm loyal to my peoples. That's it. I'm loyal to one family as it, exotic Boerboel family. And that doesn't mean that I have to put nobody else down. Not put nobody else down. We're not knocking nobody. We're not doing. But we're going to be here because I'm going to show y'all a couple of things, how to get some things done. Right. And we're going to have some episodes, some lessons to be learned about this, because, my thing is about empowering the community and all of us rise, especially the ones that they feel Some people feel should not have the dog in the wrong hands. What does that mean? What does that mean? How can my hands be the wrong hands? How can the people that dogs, the best Boerboel family, the people that take it and get best care, the exotic Boerboel family, how can they be the wrong hands? They say the dog is in the wrong hands. What does that mean? What did we do wrong? So yeah, let me explain something to y'all. Our dogs are based off of some dogs that I originally imported 17 years ago: Pluto, Penny, and Greek. I'll post a link so y'all can see. We'll go over this. These dogs, one dog was a distinct individual bloodline of its own. And we're gonna cover bloodlines today. So we're gonna do a little history lesson, and where you can get a better understanding of why I'm doing some of the things that I'm doing, and how does it make sense, and why it's the best things for the breed and the best interest of us all, right? Why do I have to spread the good news? Why do I got to be a beacon of light and tell everyone what we got going on? Because it's meaningful to our people across the country and what we're trying to do. It's a program. This is a breeding program. I'm going to walk you through it from A to Z, how we got to this point here today. So in the very beginning, I looked at Boerboels and I saw the same thing many of you all saw. A lot of different styles and types and varieties, and individual. This wasn't necessarily my ideal preference. I wanted something that was very structurally complete, more so that it was proportioned. That's the word that I'm looking for, from head to toe, right? Very, very proportioned. And it didn't really matter so much about the size of the dog, because I was concerned about the hips and the elbows. I started with the dog that came from, I found a breeder. Addie Badenhorst was a lawyer, an attorney. And because these things present some obstacles for the farmer in South Africa, at that time, the distance, they had laid many excuses of why they weren't doing the health test, the distance, and some so on and so forth. But my original stock, I found a breeder that I felt could be trusted. Remember, we're sending the money over to Africa, and you're thinking about, you got all these people telling you beware of scams. When I'm in a beauty shop hustling, let's say taking care of my business, working, selling my merchandise, I would talk to them about my plans and stuff. I'm sharing these ideas with other entrepreneurs and just bouncing it back and forth off of them. And they would explain, they say, man, are you crazy? You saving your money up for a dog and you sending it to Africa? Is you crazy? But I used to say stuff like, all kind of off the wall stuff. But yes, that's what I was doing. And my mind was set on it. And that's what I had said I was going to do. And that's what I was made up in my mind. This is what I had wanted. And I was going to execute this. And it was all I talked about what I was doing. I'm trying to get a dog. I had to keep constantly reminding myself to refocus on what I was trying to do. So I knew that every day, this is what I wanted. And I found my breeder. I found the dogs that I wanted. I didn't just want any particular dogs that even he had. I had wanted 1, 2, 3, and I had narrowed it down to the individuals that I was interested in. Let the breeder know I was interested. When are those dogs gonna have puppies? He explained to me to check back at this date, so I did. He let me know, okay, they back in heat, and I just followed up. So it was an ongoing relationship that developed over time. And I didn't look at any other breeders. I had did my research. I looked at the breeder that I had chose every single day and studied them. We didn't have Facebook at this time. We didn't have Instagram. None of that was around. All I had was the website. I knew that he had sent dogs over here before. I had saw a dog in Buffalo. He had sent in from with Chopper Boerboels, Jason Macklin. This was in like 2000 something, early 2000s. So I knew that this man would follow through with his commitment. This was not a scam. I sent my money over there because the dog had 6 generations of health tested hips. 0 was perfect. I was very concerned in my research that I knew oversized dogs, a lot of times with larger dogs, English Mastiffs, Great Danes, a lot of the larger breeds, health, hip health was a concern. Size was a concern. This is something that's been an ongoing debate. How does this happen to dogs? Hip dysplasia, elbow dysplasia. It's like when they go old, they get bad hips, just like with humans. When the joint wears out or it doesn't always fit correctly into the socket based on the anatomy, the weight, so on, the muscle, so on and so forth. A lot of factors go into it. It still is not completely understood. So don't let them tell you that this is a way to prevent hip dysplasia. This is what you can do, is one individual thing, because that hasn't been identified. There are things that are associated with lessening the likelihood and chances and so on and so forth. But it has to do with largely having dogs that's oversized and being too big. Get to these links. So I didn't want a dog that was too big. I wanted to make sure that the health, because I was worried about getting a dog. I just done heard so many stories. I've never had this as an issue. I get the dog in from South Africa and I'm blown away. I'm just completely floored. I mean, the Boerboel is just like when you first see your first Boerboel in person. Everybody's seen their first Boerboel in person. It's something. It's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, this is a dog right here. It looks beautiful. It looks special. It's just something different. It's something totally different. The Boerboel is totally different than all these other dogs. And I had some dogs at the time. I had some dogs. And I had some Cane Corso puppies that I was very proud of. I was doing things, traveling to go get meat and going to dog shows, trying to meet different people, constantly researching. And it was, just something that you just become consumed with. That's my personality. That's how I am. I want to be the best. I want to be good. I want to know everything about it, like everything that I'm involved with. So these dogs were very well cared for. They were serious dogs, and I was feeding them chicken. And it's even on my videos on my YouTube channel. You can go back and see through the history. It's over 12 years ago, 14 years ago, some of the videos, 15, 16 years ago. But you can see those puppies. I always have pictures and videos of my dogs and stuff and documented it. So we get to, hey. So yeah, I've always documented this stuff. I got this stuff on video. So you can go back and look at those puppies. And you can see when my Boerboel came in, they was gone. They never had shared much space because they was gone. But the Boerboel was just different. He was everything that the Corso had, but about 50% more, 100, or like double up on, like if you're playing Madden and you're rating them character for sports, double up on the size, double up on intimidation, double up on all of the things that make the Corso viable or attractive without the athleticism. That's where you sacrifice a little athleticism, which is okay because the Corso can run, jump over fences, off 2 feet, way up in the air. And Boerboel was just as similarly athletic, but less likely and inclined to do those things, less driven to pursue game. I get this dog here and I start telling people about it. I'm so excited. Like thrilled. I want to learn more. I go into the Boerboel community and I start to share what I got going on. Did I post that link while I'm talking away? King of the South, watch your mouth. What's going on? I ain't even know. My fault, y'all. I had stepped away and was doing it. King of the South, what's happening? Yes. So look, I bring this dog in. I went online though to show everyone my excitement, what I had did with this dog. I had brought this dog in. I got this dog, right? Pluto. And he's something different. He's different. So I share this information, and I'm like, yo, what's up? I got this dog, y'all. His name's Pluto. This is how he's bred. If anybody is interested in the dog, feel free to hit me up. What do y'all think about this ancestor? I'm studying pedigrees. Hey, I see this dog being mentioned a lot of times in a lot of different pedigrees, Korma bucks. Okay, he's a Korma buck's grandson. Should I be trying to breed towards him? The same question that any newcomer and beginner would have. A lot of logical questions. Should I be breeding towards this ancestor? Should I be breeding away from them? How do you breed Boerboels? How do you breed your Boerboels? Just trying to strike up a conversation with other breeders. Oh, let me tell you, was I in for a surprise? Let me tell you, was I in for a surprise? I did not understand and still do not, but I'm starting to have my reasons and ideas as to why, but I don't know. Can't seem to prove it just yet. But I wasn't ready for the amount of backlash, the pushback, this. I'm new. I never was on the internet before that. I never was on Facebook. I never was on MySpace. I never was on none of those platforms, period, because I didn't have a reason why. I didn't have a reason why. I socialized in real life. I'm not that much of a public person. I'm very private, to be honest. I'm not that much really. I'm not really not that much of a public person at all. But the dogs force you to do that. You have to do some things that you're not really comfortable to do. And I got people that's dependent on me, so I got to come through for them. And that's what I did. That's what I have done, and that's what I'm gonna continue to do. Come through out for my peoples, like I expect people to come through for me. Well, I don't even have that expectation no more. I just do what I'm gonna do regardless, and I will hope that people will come through for me, because you let yourself down when you start to depend on others. You're gonna find yourself oftentimes disappointment. So don't expect nothing from no one. Do it. Leave it up to you. If it don't get done, it's your fault. And when you take that type of attitude with things, King of the South, watch your mouth. What's happening, man? We're gonna kick it today. We're gonna show some videos and stuff and recap, get into these pedigrees. But yes, starting off with let me get back to what I'm building up over here on the screen. I'm building up over here on the other side. But yeah, what we gonna do is we're going through this. I didn't know that it was such an issue, and I was gonna find out why. I was gonna find out what the issue was, and I wasn't gonna stop doing it. They said the same thing. They tried to censor me. Okay, they wanted to limit my freedom of speech, and they didn't. I didn't understand it. They didn't. They wanted to pre-approve my posts, so I wasn't allowed to just say anything or certain things that they don't want you to be able to say. And I don't understand that. I never will how let people allow it and what they can and cannot do. I feel like as long as I'm not hurting nobody, I ain't breaking no rules, I ain't breaking no laws, then I'm not committing no crime. And I should be able to do what I want to do. And then somebody try to push back and say, no, don't do that. You can't do that. I want to know why. I'm going to question it. I'm not just going to go along with it. That's just who I am. And I will hope that people will have the courage and confidence to do so themselves. Don't just go for everything because they try to manipulate and control you indirectly. I'm talking about in the breed, the ones that are in control of these associations. I've got a real issue with them blowing down on me as an individual, and I'm a breeder, and they saying, telling people online, going behind in the comments, telling people don't mess with me, or they can't understand why somebody would do that. And see, here I am, just a little. Well, maybe I'm not so much little to them no more. But when I was a little back in the day, and I'm thinking, put myself in somebody else's shoes now. And this is maybe it'll be a little bit more clear why I do what I do, because if that could be discouraging. for someone to supposed to be in a position of authority that's looked at as a leader in these roles of the organization, making these type of comments, and then your boss, Joseph Phillips, right, the chairman of the SABs, he was willing to have a conversation with me, right? We could keep it respectful. I want to know what is the issue. Joseph Phillips. If anybody knows how to get in contact, we could set it up. We could go live right now, anytime, right? Because I just got the news. But I'm down for the discussion anytime. We're gonna keep it respectful. You notice that I don't really cuss a whole lot, so we ain't gonna do no swearing, because guess what? These are archives. This going in and down in a history. These are memoirs, so the record could reflect. You can always go back. That's why I like doing this on video. You can always go back and see my positions, what I'm after, what I'm seeking, or what I'm trying to do in pursuit of. And for the record, you can see what I switched up, how it is, because it's no faking here. Everything that I'm doing is real as it gets, right? Everybody else out kicking it, hanging off. They probably out kicking it or something, right? But no, I'm in here on the grind, see? And that's how I get ahead. That's why I can't be defeated and I can't be beat when it comes to what I'm trying to do. Not that I'm in the competition or trying to beat anybody, but I know that I'm going to have some success from what I'm trying to do, is what I'm saying. I'm going to have success because I'm going to not let it be no other way. I'm not going to let it be no other way. They got a problem with that. They try to stop you and block you. And they try to do little shady stuff and go behind your back and then whisper to the judges, because you can see what they're trying to do is corrupt the narrative. If you got an issue with something that I have done, now is the chance for forever speak up forever, whatever, for real, because it don't make no sense to me. Don't make no sense to me. Exotic Boerboel family, all we trying to do. Your Boerboels is stubborn, but yeah, you see, this is the thing with the Boerboels. Once you break them down into the that strong will, once you break down that strong will, yeah. So what you have to do, if you notice, it was a video that we did with Black Iron Knox, and he was constantly being determined to be aggressive and initiate contact with Balto. What we did with that dog, what it do you, if you go back and can catch the video, you can see it. But we took the dogs and just ran them around in circles in the parking lot many times, over and over again. We went in the parking lot and yeah, we wore his energy down. And that's what you do. You know, I'm willing to do whatever it takes, because a dog can't beat me. I can't be defeated. Not that I can't be defeated, but lions be tamed. So if a man could tame a lion, you got to take your dog and exercise it. Period. Point blank. Take your dog and run it. What's up, Shabazz? Shabazz, no, I don't be playing. They ain't playing. They never have. What about these dogs? I'm still coming, just like I have been. So, you know what I'm saying to you though, with these dogs, with what's going on though, they hate it from the beginning. And I did some more homework. I said, oh, I must got something that's worth something, because they don't want me to have it. And if you know anything about me, don't tell me what I can and cannot do, because I'll prove to you I can if I believe I can do it, because I was told from a baby I could do anything I put my mind to. And I really believe that. So you can do it too. Don't let nobody tell you what you can and can't do. I'm talking about whatever you put your mind to can be accomplished, right? The mind is a powerful thing. Don't let your mind go to waste. Don't let your mind go to waste. Don't let the wrong stuff get on your mind. So we ain't gonna waste a whole bunch of time. But what I'm saying, I'm gonna answer some questions too. What I'm saying to y'all is though, let me keep it on subject from the very beginning. I did my homework research. I went out and got some of the best dogs that I could find that I thought was producing. I went and picked up Penny. I went and picked up Greed, a direct Corma Buck granddaughter bred to Martine's son, brother's son, bred to Bernard Martine's. It's crazy. The pedigree was all the way off, like up there with who's, line bred, individual lines. I'll pull it up for you, boy, buddies. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about, because this is what they've been mad about from the very beginning. From the very beginning, it's simply that I had the dogs and I was doing whatever I wanted to do with them, was breeding them without them without their regulations, despite what they would say about see, this what they tried to do in the beginning was lowball this health test. I mean, lowball the appraisals. Lowball the appraisals. And I wasn't going for that. The person that I got the dog from wasn't going for that. And you know, it just was a tragedy. It really was, because it discouraged people from participating. And it left like a certain taste in people's mouth. And now see here's the dog here. Pull this up for y'all can see. And this is the key to the Boerboels bloodline. This is the key to any Boerboels bloodline. You want to see some mass, you want to see some freak of nature dogs, some really extremely impressive specimens. It goes back to this dog right here. This dog right here. Ooh, wee. Hey, be careful what you're doing, boy. So, this dog right here. Okay, first of all, wait a minute. Present. That's Penny. Let me put this link up so we can get that, so I can get that Sminoke if they want it. Bet you nobody shows up, because they ain't nothing but some keyboard warriors. They ain't nothing but some internet gangsters. This dog, boy. Hey, y'all, keep your eye on the cords around the dogs, because the puppies, especially the Chargers, they would destroy. So check this out, boy, buddies. This is what you call a bloodline. This is what you call a family. If you notice here, all of these, this dog comes from, this is a pure Eisterberg dog, right? Why do we say it's a pure Eisterberg dog? Because throughout the pedigree, and at the very back behind the pedigree, you see it mentioned Eisterberg Psycher, Eisterberg Becker, Eisterberg Maggie, Eisterberg Becker, Eisterberg Maggie, Eisterberg Becker, Eisterberg Ruiz, Eisterberg Rover. All of those dogs, it's like the last name of a family. Yeah, please, Auntie, go get them. Can you go get them for me, Auntie? Through the they probably on Facebook somewhere. They probably on Facebook somewhere in some of them groups. So, you know, let them know that we looking for them. They want to come. Anyone. It's a smoke show. So you start off with some of this Eisterberg. You see the dog was all blowed up in the chest. This is a female. Look at that enormous head, the intensity in the eyes. You see that big wrinkle up the middle. Man, this was a dog, was a freak of nature. If it was everything, if it ever was a freak of nature. Okay. This is a female, boy, was about 152 pounds. I'm talking about producing. So I used her son, Congo, heavily to help establish this. I bred her to Pluto. And I'm going to show y'all a couple of my original dogs. You can see my breedings. This is Pluto's son, Congo, who stayed with me, was my stud dog for many years, off of Penny. And then I also had some dogs, another stud dog I'll show y'all next. But here's my original breedings. Pluto was my dog that I imported from the very beginning. He was only 103 pounds, 106 pounds, soaking wet. I took that dog and ran that dog. I'm telling you something, he didn't have any fat on him at all. Well, very low percentage body fat. I don't want to say that. I want to try to keep all my statements as accurate as possible, but he had very low fat. Extremely good breeding dog. Got up there and produced. Got up there and bred with dogs. Produced. He bred with Penny and produced some phenomenal specimens, phenomenal producers. Congo was used extensively. You can see here how my pedigrees, but you can see where we entered into the AKC. Here goes some of our foundation stock dogs from the very beginning. You see where we were beginning to establish our exotic bloodline, which is based off of Pluto. Pluto was that dog. He was the runner. He was that complete dog, extremely athletic. We bred him to the freaking nature Mauser Eisterberg Penny, which came from the Mauser, direct Mauser family dog. Was a direct from import from South Africa, which is a more of a working style dog. And you can see here again where they tried to downgrade the dog. 77.3, very disappointing. When you're talking about a scale of dogs, they want to host a dog. How could this be from one of the top breeders in South Africa? You see the 80s in the pedigree, so it's fine though. We took the dog and made the most of that. Then you see here another dog, Dopper Greet. And which is out of Renard Harry, which is Martine's full brother. And then a Dopper, a Corma Buck's daughter. And then you look here, Dopper Marna is Renard Martine's over a Corma Buck's daughter. So we got Renard Harry over a Corma Buck's granddaughter to produce Greet. We got Corma Bucks over a Martine's daughter to produce Greet's mom, Richie, which is just crazy. Crazy, strong, tight lines. They ranked my dog at 75.2, which was no issue for me. I actually argued the score and earned that 75.2 because I made them change it on the lips. But I noticed that everybody was like guarding. They were very guarded of the Boerboel. And I was like, wow, well, you don't protect things that don't have value. And the way that they guarded the breed, when they looked at the pedigrees and they saw the stuff that I had, and then what I was doing with the dogs, I had the dogs resting and rolling and running and doing everything. I was feeding them and they was moving around. And so they didn't want to. I mean, they look good. I'm feeding them the best dog foods. I don't like dogs that have sores on them, so I keep beds for them. I got dogs thick bales of straw in their dog houses, so my dogs ain't got them pressure sores, and they look much better than the average Boerboel. And if you want yours, you can do it with yours too. Your Boerboel can look good too. Yeah, DNA testing. Yeah, see, that's another thing. There is no DNA testing, for the Boerboels. That's a myth. That's a lie. That's a falsehood. But yeah, you can DNA test for disease, but not purity. So, long story short, we get busy with these dogs. We got pure lines that we created, that we used to establish the exotic Boerboel family. And you see the way that they was breeding. They didn't have a whole bunch of different dogs that they were using in there included. It was very strong lines, strong families, concentrated features and traits and features. And that's why our dogs produce as consistently as they do. We don't have a bunch of compiled bloodlines compiled of different families. We got distinct traits and features that we're looking for, and we continue to in pursuit of the most complete Boerboel that there ever will be produced. Right? It's a goal, and we include many others. We got many other branches. We got many other sectors, and so coming. Let's get back to this evolution of this pedigree. So we was reading down. We got to Mary Jane, and you can see, pardon me, Boomer, boss lady, and you start to see where we're establishing this line of Pluto dogs. 1, 2, 3, 4 legs of the pedigree. This is what you call a Pluto line, right? From that, birthed Coda. 1, 2, add them in there. So Coda is 6 times Pluto. 3 times Crete. And 2 times Penny. It's the exotic Boerboel base. This is the exotic Boerboel base of the modern line, of the modern times. This is the exotic, this is what is the foundation of our creation. This is how we have been able to produce these specimens over and over again. In modern times, our bloodline is dedicated to Coda. Rest in peace, Coda. So what did we do with Coda? We bred her to a bunch of different dogs. We bred her to a bunch of different lines. It's too many offsprings of Coda to even be able to. So we bred her back into the line to create. Bred her to Boogaloo to create Pancake. So therefore, you have a very strong genetic base off of Pluto, which was that original dog that I told you that I brought in from the 6-time generations of solid hips. Therefore, that was a very little of concern to me. All my dogs can move, all my dogs can run. Until we started bringing in outside dogs. Good thing that in this example, we use Cairo. Excuse me. In this example, we use Cairo. So this is a more of our modern example of some of our modern breedings around 2019, 2017, to 2019. You'll see where these dogs started to include more of the more popular modern bloodlines, modern dogs from South Africa. You see here Africa Thandi, Mahakalu, Rafa. All of these dogs are in South Africa. 2015, all of these dogs, these 2 imports, direct import. And you see all of the modern lines, not common and related. So this is how we did our first child generations of crossing. So in the beginning, what's going on with my Savage? What's up, Savage? They got me hot, boy. Got me hot over here. Man, they just playing with me, bro. They playing with me, bro. What's happening, though? What you been up to? Yeah, so I'm just breaking down some pedigrees, man. It's got a long story to tell, man. They got me hot over here, though, bro. with this dog thing, these black iron dogs that we brought in. And we did very, very calculated, in a very, very calculated way, in a very cold-blooded and calculated way, because we got something that's very distinct. And to include with our genetic base, we got not only one, y'all already know about Knox, but did y'all know about Optimus Prime? No, but now you do know. Yeah, oh my goodness, bro, they tripping. Yeah, you know how they do in them groups. I'm on your boys, Joseph Phillips. I'm looking for him right now. I'm looking for Joseph Phillips and Kim Bizarre. I'm calling them out. This the smoke show, Savage. I know. You know what how I'm feeling, man. When they do them little things, make them little comments. What's up, Kenny? What's happening? So they done got me fired up, broski. What's up, BG? What's up, Gus? Man, yeah, man. They got me. They got me, man. They got me fired up because we brought these new dogs in. Because we're talking about Kenny, and you can help us. Maybe you want to hop in too, because the link is in the chat. Did I post the link in the chat? You can hop in and then maybe help explain some of these terms. And as I'm walking through this pedigree, because they want to know why did I go after certain dogs, or why did I choose these dogs? Because the options are limited, for one. And I want to include things that are very specific that I'm seeking out. I got a very specific style of dog that I'm chasing after. And if he don't look impressive of the part, first and foremost, that's the number one. He got to be visually impressive by the appearance. So that, yes, I'm seeking out dogs that I like. And it doesn't have nothing to do with no politics, political organizations. Oh, that's what's up. Y'all got a show that's getting ready to come on. I'm gonna have to pull up over there. That's what's up, man. Yeah, we definitely got to plan it out, man. I'm just never at the desk anymore with this dog food thing. Got me always up and down the road, always on the way to do something. Matter of fact, I gotta go now. But yeah, boy buddies, yeah, they got me fired up. But you can see, so this is the issue. At some point, we done went so far in our bloodline that we done line bred onto this dog Pluto. He's being mentioned in this pedigree 7 times, right? And this takes us all the way up to 2019. We need to establish new families, new strains of this bloodline. So we bred pancake to dogs like Bagheera. We bred pancake to dogs like Cairo. And we produced some really fine, beautiful individual dogs that we're very proud of. And we want to continue what we got going on. Right now, I got to pull off, though, y'all. So I'm going to get back with you soon. But, yeah, I'm just going to make a quick run. And this is why I can never seem to get nothing done. But, yeah, I appreciate y'all. I hope that y'all, and listen, if y'all could catch up with them, I'll be back. And I'm always around, never too far. And I can easily set some time aside. I'm finna take care of something. Y'all can I'm gonna catch back up with y'all soon. Kenny, I'm gonna check you out, man. We're gonna lock down that show. How about we do all right, y'all. Peace, y'all. Peace.
No rush, go and move dumb. Back and forth, push and shove. Make